Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Apah's video.
Cooking Apah.
Hi, this is Cooking Apah. Today I'm going to make a very quick kuey tiaw soup. And this kuey tiaw soup is actually from Ipoh. Now this is a disclaimer. I'm not going to make Ipoh Hor Fun. So what is the difference between Ipoh Hor Fun and this kuey tiaw soup? Actually this kuey tiaw soup has got a name called Hor Hee. Why is it different? Because of the soup base is different. The Ipoh Hor Fun is the soup base made out of chicken stock and also prawn shell. And this one is actually made from ikan bilis and also toong choy. Yeah, preserved veggie, toong choy. Yeah, what is toong choy in English? It's not mustard green, huh? So anyway, can you go check it out? Those who know, can you please leave a comment below? Okay, so I have one small bowl of ikan bilis here. Make sure all the innards and the heads is nicely removed, and then if not, your soup can be very, very fishy. Yeah. So and then one small bowl of toong choy, and also rinse and also soak, so to remove the extra saltiness. If not, later your soup will be too salty. And I'm going to cook the ikan bilis first, then only towards the end I'll put in the toong choy. And then of course we have some, this is actually for JB people, we call this kuey tiaw kia, meaning the smaller type of kuey tiaw. It's harder to buy as compared to the normal flat kuey tiaw, but I managed to get it from the wet market. These are the fresh ones. And then this kuey tiaw soup, you can use any kinds of fish ball that you have at home. Usually they will mix quite a good varieties of it. Yeah, I have two types at home here with me today. So this is home cooking. Use the one you have. And usually they will put taugeh, but my family doesn't really like taugeh, so I did not put the taugeh inside. Yeah, if you want to really go for original, you can put some taugeh. But for home cook, you can put any kinds of veggie your family likes. And this is spring onion for garnishing. And let's start by making the soup. Okay, I have approximately 1.5 liter of water here. Actually, if you don't know, the best way to measure your water is, let's say, if you know this is the bowl you're going to use, and I'm going to cook for 3 bowls, then you just use this to measure 3 bowls. So that is the easiest way. Or you can actually give it a little bit more, so that because as it cooks, it will actually reduce a little bit. So use the bowl to actually, this is how I normally measure, actually, using the bowl to measure. And I like to use some hot water to start with. We are going to put in the ikan bilis. You can put a piece of 2 of ginger slices if you like, yeah? And let this ikan bilis cook for about 10 minutes after it is boiling. Then only I will add in the toong choy. Now, take note that I actually put both the toong choy and also the ikan bilis into the tea bag, so that your whole soup will not be very messy later. I think I got it from Daiso. It looks something like this. This is a soup stock bag, or you can use tea bag, also can, yeah? Let it boil. I just added in 1 piece of ginger here to help to remove the fishiness. Now, some people totally cannot tahan the ikan bilis fishiness inside the soup. Is there any way, some people ask me, is there any way to further remove the fishiness from the ikan bilis when we want to make it into a stock? Well, there is another way, where you can actually either you air fry or you oil fry the ikan bilis. And make sure if you oil fry, you must make sure all the oil is nicely drained out, okay? Meaning your ikan bilis must be crispy and dry. Then you use that to cook this particular soup. That way it will reduce a lot of the fishiness from the soup itself. So why is it people like to use ikan bilis to make soup or chicken stock, make a stock? Well, it's basically because it's very fast. If you compare to if you are using a pork bone or also chicken bone, that will take minimum half an hour or to 1 hour. Yeah. So this one, 10 minutes actually, all the flavor will already come out. Very, very fast. So this is why people like to use chicken, this ikan bilis. What you can do is also you can actually deep fry some ikan bilis and keep it. And every time you want to make some ikan bilis stock, you can use the deep fry ikan bilis. Another reason why deep fry ikan bilis is actually normal ikan bilis is actually very good for making stock, because fish itself, once it is cooked, it will actually release this thing called acid glutamate. Yeah, acid glutamate. So this is actually part of the main ingredient inside, where you can find inside the MSG. So this is a natural MSG. Yeah, so use of fish to cook stock is always a good thing, even though this is a very small fish. This is after approximately 10 minutes. I'm going to put in about 1 tablespoon of rock sugar. After the raw sugar, I'm going to put in the toong choy. Yeah. Now the only thing about toong choy here, you need to control the saltiness, especially after it is put inside the soup. So I will probably just let it boil for a couple of minutes, just to allow the toong choy flavor to come up, but not making my soup too salty. So you do need to test it after a couple of minutes. Yeah. If not, your soup can end up being too salty. While waiting, I'm going to blanch the fishball and also kuey tiaw. Just cook it through. Kuey tiaw also will be very fast. Kuey tiaw, I think, definitely less than 1 minute. Actually, I have a feeling that the toong choy I use is too much, because I bought a 1 whole packet, which is about 100 grams. So I use it all. Actually, I think half of it is good enough. 50 grams is good enough for this particular portion. Anyhow, I just want to get the flavor. Now I can smell both the ikan bilis and toong choy flavor coming together, and the toong choy actually helps to suppress some of the fishiness coming out from the ikan bilis itself. Many kind of soup-based noodles outside that you eat is always a combination between few different items. Like this one is of course ikan bilis and toong choy. Like Ipoh Hor Fun is between using chicken and also the prawn shell. And even some, if you eat beef noodle, sometimes they actually added beside the pork beef bone, they also add the pork bone. Yeah, and also Penang's kuey tiaw soup, they use chicken, pork, and sometimes also include some duck. So it's always a good combination. I think all this combination will actually give your soup a lot more full body. Okay, once you see the fishbowl has already float on the surface, you can actually take them out. This is too big. Let me get a smaller one. Ooh, the fishbowl I bought is very, very springy. And then I'm going to cook the kuey tiaw. This one also very fast, probably just 10 seconds or 10-15 seconds. Once you start seeing it becoming a bit transparent like this, okay, it's almost done. Actually, kuey tiaw is already cooked. You just need to heat it up. I prefer fresh kuey tiaw, but some people prefer the dried ones. Fresh kuey tiaw, why I like it? Because it's very smooth. Dried ones normally not as smooth, but it has more mouth bite feel. So it's really very depending on individual. Okay, I think it should be done. This is about 10-15 seconds. If you're not sure, just take a little bit out and put it into your mouth and test it. For me, it's already done. I'm just going to take it out. So this is approximately about total cooking time about maybe 16, 17 minutes. I've tasted the broth just now, good enough, savory, a bit savory and also very nice flavor. So I'm going to take out the toong choy as well as the ikan bilis and also the ginger. And our broth is done. Okay, I have my kuey tiaw, I have my fish ball, and this broth only took me about 15 minutes, but it is so flavorful. Okay, put in the broth, garnish it with some spring onion and fried garlic. And I'm going to eat it with some chili padi and slight soy sauce. Right, done. Very simple. This is the Ipoh Hor Hee. They call it Hor Hee. I think Hor Hee means somehow it means fishbowl or something like that. Alright, so if you very simple lunch for your family. If you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come Cooking Appa Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow up on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.